Namaste. The higher spirit source within me greets you in your higher self. It's about 1:45 here, Sunday. And I got a message for you. A message for myself. Building yourself up. What does that mean to you? You can pause the video if you would like to really sink in to that question. When you build yourself up, or you're trying to work on yourself, are you sharing it with people that are not supporting you in your growth or competing against you? Maybe you are learning something, going to school for something to increase your knowledge or an applicable skill, and someone else feels like it's a threat to their position because they hold on to that position of comfort, familiarity. Are you building yourself up and surrounding yourself with people that support you taking care of you and your well-being? Who we keep around us we tend to start adopting their ideas, their beliefs, their thoughts, their emotions, the physical actions that they take in our purview, and we start slowly, gradually cultivating a persona of that other person, presenting themselves as that role. Till you get to a point and you don't even recognize yourself anymore. You look in the mirror and you're like, who is this person? I don't know them. It's like staring at a stranger because you've absorbed so much of other people in their energy, their ideas, and made them your own. But you don't recognize you because it's not you. But you can't discern that it wasn't you or that it's not you. Because in the physical representation, you might look like you. Careful with that look. How are you building yourself up? Are you building yourself up into the expectation of others in what they might approve you as, accept you as, welcome you into their circle as? Or are you building yourself up for your own well-being? To take charge and responsibility and ownership for your well-being. If you need someone to support you, encourage you, I'm available. I've seen a great amount of life experiences and circumstances. Some of them you will see in my face when I say it or recall them. Some of them will directly challenge that experience that was unresolved to come to the surface. Not to give you guilt or shame or tell you you are good or bad, you are right or wrong, but to face that aspect of which you hide within. I don't know where this video is going. Everything that is being stated is raw, unfiltered, unedited, and is going to flow as it flows. It's going to sink into other people, and it's going to come up to trigger an array of reactions. It's going to challenge your thoughts, your beliefs, your way of living. I'm not here to tell you that you are living wrong. I'm not here to tell you that your emotions are invalid or to not show your emotions. If you want to cry, cry. This is me giving you approval to cry. It's okay. It's okay to not be okay. You don't have to wear a face, a social mask, a persona to hide behind for me to receive you. Be you and everything that you are carrying. I know in this world we carry a lot of burden, a lot of baggage. And we think that someone out there externally can't help us, or that we're not worthy of them helping us through our struggle, whatever the struggle might be, whatever strife pops up. I am here for you. I hold no judgment, no biased opinions. I see through what you are saying. I see through the content of what you are saying that you hope you are not saying. I open a safe space for you. Whether it's in person, virtual, on the phone, I am here to help you find your path that helps you build up. Our words, we have power. We have the power to lift someone up, to encourage someone, and all of the energy that comes with it. We also have the power to destroy someone with our words and the energy that we put with those words that we send out. How are you using your words? Are your words being used towards other people in a compassionate way? in a judging way, in a metrics of what you feel should be measured up to? Are your words encouraging, celebrating that person going through and coming out of that struggle? You cannot change someone. You can provide the tools and resources to help them determine what they feel a change in them can produce. But you cannot change someone else. You cannot think for someone else. You cannot feel for someone else. You can feel the essence of what they are feeling. You can have the empathetic nature of their state of mind or state of being. But you can't change that person. The desire to change must be in them. Whatever that change might be. People will come in your life and challenge you to show you a reflection of what you carry within you. And you have the ability to see from a different perspective if you choose. If that is something that you want to keep or something you want to change. It will pop up in people, in events, circumstances. It always pops up. And until it's addressed and resolved and released in a loving manner towards yourself and others, it will keep popping up. I do not have the power to transform you. You have the power within you to transform your life through the content and tools and resources that I might present to you. But remember, not one shoe fits all persons. So what I might have a a gallery of this over here might not fit what your current state of mind or being is at. And that's okay. Because you are unique. I celebrate your uniqueness. What does it mean to you to transform? Are you transforming your face? Transforming your clothes? On the outside? The external part of you? Are you transforming your thoughts? Transforming how you feel about things? Or what you want to feel about things? Are you transforming yourself for someone else? To transform from the being that you might currently be into the being that you wish to be. Are you a people pleaser? Doing what everyone else wants? Everyone else's expectation? everyone else's ask, trying to please everyone, making yourself into their hero, their rescuer. Are you meeting people that you cannot please? That no matter what you do, in how compassionate, how loving, how intimate you do that thought, feeling, and expression, cannot be pleased because they don't have the doorway open to receive your gift. But what gift are you giving? The gift that you give, if it's not received or accepted, remains with you in all of its package, in that state of being at that time. It comes back or stays with you. And you can try hard to push it upon other people, but you will enter, or you will encounter, the entrance of other people's energetic bubble and meets a block, a shield of sorts, their own protectiveness, and it remains with you because it's bounced off. It doesn't matter, it's invisible. The energy that has been sent out bounces off that energetic bubble back to you. And now you have work to do, work through. But you don't have to do it alone. You don't have to feel like you are alone or like someone is not listening to what you have to say. You are never alone. Even if the physical components try to convince you that you are alone, you are not. You have never been. If you rely heavily on what you can sense physically, you will probably develop a sense of being alone. And might live in that state of being of loneliness or being alone because you rely on that physicality. I've been the character of a people pleaser. I've tried hard to please by the expectations of others. I'm not going to give names or details because it doesn't matter. Knowing whom or what comes in a person's life doesn't matter. What matters is how you conduct yourself and who you want to be. I'm never going to laugh at you for what you dream of being of you. I will show joy. I will show happiness. I will express with authenticity, but I will never make fun of or put you down for the dream you have of who you want to be. of what you want to experience. Being a people pleaser will give you a sense of feeling as a doormat. You will give out to those people an aspect of what they want or expecting. And when you don't meet that expectation, there becomes a rejection. And you become a doormat for them to walk on. Why not have authentic people around you? You will have other people come in your life, whether virtually or in person. Tell you that you are not enough. Tell you that you can do. Tell you that your situation in that circumstance isn't deserved to be experienced. And then your feeling of that experience is invalid. Don't hold it against them. They're filling a role. And they don't even know that they are filling that role to produce the opportunity for you to grow. You don't have to like how they present themselves for that opportunity to start helping you grow. We're going to like and dislike things. We're going to lean towards the things that we like, and we're going to shy away from the things that we dislike. The expectation of others, when you live your life for the expectation of others and fit that mold of that expectation, you strip away your unique identity and fill an identity equivalent to what they accept. You have now become a robot, a robotic identity for them. But when you are down on your luck, or you're enduring a life circumstance that is challenging you, that is hitting you mentally, hitting you emotionally, might be hitting you physically in a sense, are they there for you? Are they there building you up? Reaching a hand down to help you climb up? The necessity of light and dark. To truly understand the essence of needing both of those. You cannot always be in light without experiencing dark. And each one of them have their positive and negative. You grow in your trials. When you are not experiencing trials, you are not growing. You are at the position from having experienced the trial and pushed through to a state of balance or your normal rhythm, and you remain. It is in dark that you find rest. Because when the sun goes down and darkness comes out, the moon comes up, the stars come out, is when you reset. You go to sleep mode. It is when you grow. It is when you heal. It is when the load of the day has become so great that your body has told you it's time to rest. And then we'll throw energy drinks in our body, messing us up physically, mentally, emotionally. We'll throw a substance in our body that attracts to that chemical compound that's already in our body and produce a temporary positive result for a long-term negative result. A bird never needs to be told what to eat. It doesn't even seek the opinion of someone or something else to eat what it's supposed to eat. But is always provided the thing to eat. Not to be confused with a bird in a cage. A bird in a cage is subjected to eating what someone puts in there. The bird doesn't know if you put in poison nutrients or healthy nutrients. The bird will eat it off of instinct to survive. And then it will have its fill of food or water, and not know that it may cause it harm because it's its only source. It doesn't have that freedom to find its own source that hasn't been tainted by something else or someone else. We often live in birdcage, absorbing, feeding ourselves of what is given to us. From a young age, we are constantly fed. And though we might say that this is healthy for you to consume, you're not just eating the food that has been given to you. You are also eating or absorbing and consuming the food and the state of being that that food was prepared in, as well as the person that is giving that food to you. and you don't know, it can look completely immaculate. It can look presentable and appeal to your eyes, appeal to your smell, appeal to your taste and the texture. But you won't know it's not good for you to consume because it won't look like it. Now, if something is rotten or something is spoiled or past its expiration date, you can see and reject it. Much like the seeds that we are planting in people's lives. What seeds are you planting in someone's life? What seeds are you planting in your own life, of your own self? That seed will grow. Whether you're planting harmonious seeds or chaos seeds. It's not just the physical that you do. The seeds will grow and they will nurture based on the type of seed it is. A seed that is chaotic will continue to grow in an aspect of chaos by compounding more nutrients of chaos. A seed that has grown into a plant of chaos can be uprooted out of you. A seed of compassion, a seed of love, a seed of grace can do the same. Someone can come and pluck your good nature out of you. Doesn't mean your core essence of who you are is gone. But the goodness of other people helping you to build up, and then you have the people or experiences to come in and you assign a label or identity to that thing, and it nurtures within your mind field, your emotional field, your physical field, your being. And you tell, even though it's subconsciously or unconsciously, you tell it to grow. What seeds are you planting in other people's lives? What seeds are in you that you might be needing help to uproot? Taking medication to curb the symptom doesn't uproot the cause of growth. What state of health are you in? And when I say health, I mean your whole body of health, your whole mind of health, your whole emotion of health. I talk about holistic wellness for a reason, because I'm not just speaking to the physical component of you. I'm talking about your whole self, your whole existence. You exist. I see you exist. And not just with my physical eyes. You exist for a reason. But you've been placating a character or filling roles of characters to please the satisfaction of someone else or something else. Let's take back that energy. Work through that and build up from it. Transforming your life in a capacity that works in alignment with who you really are will always resonate. In agreement, transforming into that which you aren't will always resonate to that which you aren't. And the feeling of that, the weightiness of that, I care about your mental health. I care about your emotional health. I care about your physical health and everything you are being fed, just as much as I care about my own, or greater than. My door is always open when you need someone that doesn't judge you for the circumstance that you are in. Build yourself up in secret. Why do I say that? If someone is not in concert or agreement with you building yourself up for the desire of lifestyle or ideal image that you are cultivating, you might meet someone that is trying to compete against you. Because this world is built on competition. Always competing. Always having to find who is better or worse. Listen carefully. You are neither better nor worse. You are exactly the right amount of worth needed in this world. You are not in competition with me, and I am not in competition with you. Even if you find help or guidance through some other medium, even if you find the content that I provide for you doesn't resonate with you, I tell you this right now, it does not matter if you pay me for a service rendered or if you pay someone else for a service rendered, but that you seek adequate help to help you through whatever life circumstance you are facing today, because it's always in the today, always in the present moment. When it became a past and you keep recalling it, you build up a psychology of imbalance, a heart of imbalance, a body that shows physiologically an imbalance. I am not going to take offense if you don't go through the content or through the mediumship of my being present to get you better, to help you become better. I'm not here for that. And everything that we charge as a service or a fee is so that other people will have that same opportunity. I'm not a therapist. I don't hold an office of brick and mortar, lights, rent, to provide a studio of therapy. I don't have a license to provide that kind of therapy. And that's okay, because I'm not your therapist. I'm not your doctor. I am not your healer. You are your greatest doctor. You are your greatest therapist. You are your greatest healer. But you got all this going on. And so you seek an external source to help you remedy yourself, to a point that you might be taking medications and you feel like a zombie. Like you aren't you. I've been on medication before. I know exactly what it feels like. I know what it is when someone gives a label to tell you that you have a personality disorder, because they cannot understand what you are feeling, what you are experiencing, or see what you see when you experience something. Just because someone does not understand what you are going through doesn't make it a disorder. It makes it an opportunity to provide the tools and resources to bring out your better self, to work through that experience or situation that has compounded over time. And it may show up in a time that you don't think about. Whether you're in the service, whether you're in college, whether you're in the work, at some point it's going to show up and it's going to look like a breakdown. It's going to look like an occurrence that happens without an explanation of why it's happening. You might have it so much that at some point your body starts shaking. Anxiety might show up because it's an unresolved conflict that you hold that has not been fully resolved and gone through to fully experience, express, and release. It's okay to let it out. Scream it on a mountaintop if you have to. Don't confuse screaming it out to screaming it at. Cry if you have to. Laugh if you have to. Express whatever it takes to get it out of you, so you are not holding on to the attachment of that thing, and you can grow. Everything you experience is temporary. Everything. Don't take a permanent action for a temporary occurrence, because your life is valuable. You are valuable. You always will be. And in someone else's life, you bring value to them. You may never hear it. You might not even see them again. But you bring value to someone else's life. You bring value into your own life. And the value that you value of yourself is the value that you project to others. You're just probably not aware of it. And so it shows up in someone else, or a statement of someone else. In your reactionary mode, which is autopilot react, becomes hostile. Becomes in the state of mind that you are in. How fast are you, when something is presented to you, how fast are you to jump on to tell somebody that their situation that they are facing is invalid? And that's what you're doing. That's what you are saying. That they don't deserve a sense of value in their life. What you send out will always come back. The value you send out, that value will come back. You don't have to believe me for it to occur. I'm not asking you to believe me. Stop seeking the approval of others, because you will be met with disappointment. In some fashion, you will be met with disappointment. And it's okay to experience that disappointment. Just don't trigger your attachment molecule to that thing and live your belief system as that thing. Because if you expect disappointment, disappointment will occur. If you expect to think life doesn't care about you, or people in life don't care about you, you're going to experience in your life the image and circumstance as people don't care about you. I'm not saying care what they say of you. I'm not saying care that they judge you. That person has work to do also. Just as much as you have work to do, just as much as I have work to do. And I'm not talking about work that you come to me and say, I need your ear. I'm talking about my own work. My work of me is never complete, never done. Every new day, something new pops up. And I see it, I hear it, I experience it, and I have a job of choice of what I do with it. And if I choose not to do the greatest thing of what I can in the capacity of which I am at, of that, I will always have work to do. If you think you are perfect, you have work to do. I will be the first one to tell you I am not perfect. I will be the first one to tell you that I make mistakes. Mistakes are not a negative thing. What you do in that mistake can trigger a negative thing. But mistakes are growth. Much like a plant can't grow without dirt, mistakes are dirt. Plant doesn't go around soil. Plant goes through soil. You gotta go through the dirt to grow. And you can water it. You can let sunlight come in. You can give it nutrients, fertilizer. You can give it all the compounds to help it grow. But what nutrients are you giving it? What nurturing are you giving it to grow? Within you or within other people? I have news for you. Plants will grow on rocks. Just as much as weeds will. A rose bush can look beautiful as it blooms, but it also has thorns. And you can take the proper measurements of protective gear when working with them, but you will still probably experience the thorn of the rose. And if you're stuck on the thorn, you cannot appreciate the beauty of the rose. The law of silence, which is wherever my book is at, resource, it's still part of that law book. The law of silence. Just because someone is silent doesn't mean they are ignoring you. It does not mean they don't value what you are saying. It is in the silence of stillness that you are able to see from a greater perspective, to see all that is occurring that you are able to see. Because you might not see as you are experiencing the circumstance. You might be in the center of the circumstance and can't swim your way out or come out of that bird cage to see everything that is occurring. All of the good and the bad that is occurring in that circumstance. And what it will branch out to others or future events. Remember, the future is not yet written. You write your story as you go. You write your story as you think. You write your story as you hold your belief. You write your story as you feel. In every now moment. How do you want your story to be? What do you want in your story? Do you want to write your own story, or do you want someone else to write your story for you? Because I guarantee you, people will see through the story that isn't you. People will see through what you are speaking in front of them that you have conditioned yourself to believe as your truth of the situation, and see right through what you are saying when it's not your authentic self speaking. And I'm not saying your authentic self presenting an unstable mind, an unstable feeling. I'm saying when you feel like you are able to converse with somebody and you present a message to that somebody is going to pick up on the cues that you think you aren't sharing and discern when it sounds like a rehearsal or it sounds like a script rather than you are having the authentic of you presented. Don't tell me or someone else what you think they're thinking they want to hear. Because people will see through it. People will see through the malarkey of it. Today is third eye chakra. The third eye chakra is the seat of seeing without seeing. The capacity to discern even when it fools your eyes or your ears or any of your physical senses. And we can go further into depth of the capacity of what that is. But for your third eye or brow chakra, which is usually a indigo color or a purple of color associated with that chakra, is to perceive greater than the illusion that is being presented to the physical of you. What are you seeing today? What do you want to truly see of the day? See it here first, in great detail. Use your mental eye and imagine what you want to see. Take control of the subconscious and unconscious and be conscious of what you desire to see. Imagine it greatly. And all of the possibilities of everything showing up for your greater self and the greater self of others. I see you beyond what you present to me. Namaste. I love you. Be at balance. Be at love. Be at compassion. The energy that I possess, I graciously send your way. Of the highest love, light, compassion, forgiveness, comfort, and peace. Namaste.